With the skyline in front of us, a look at Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. Should be a good one here this afternoon between the New York Mets and the Phillies. Hi again, folks. Matt Vasgersian here to bring you this matchup of NL Eastern Division rivals. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, as we get set to get things going, it's the pitching that has to be considered one of the strong points on this ball club.
Yeah, and pitching is going to be important for these guys. No question about it. They're only going to go as far as this group right here is going to take them. And to me, it looks like a staff that's capable of getting the job done.
All right, the stage is set. The starters get their final tosses in out in the bullpen, and we've got a good one in store for you, folks. Play-by-play is coming up next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 Philadelphia Phillies.
With that, here are Terry Collins' New York Mets. What's going to be the key for him today, Steve?
Well, the wind is blowing in today, so you're not going to see a lot of long drives. Focus on hitting the ball on a line and on the ground to score your runs today.
Edwin Escobar gets the starting assignment for the Phillies. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, remember, we're talking about a starting pitcher with an ERA. A career ERA of under 1. Under 1. If this guy continues to be this dominant, we'll see something we've never seen before. Can't wait to watch him here in this one.
And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Hey, guys, Herrera can absolutely fly in the outfield. He's got that good, quick first step, runs tight, efficient routes, and he follows the ball as well as anybody when it's in the air. Should be a great outfielder for a long time to come.
David Wright makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. And we are underway this afternoon as the first pitch is over for a called strike one. Eric, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, and the pitching really let them down last time. Too often their guys were falling behind and having to throw fastballs on 2-0 or 3-1. That'll catch up with you after a while.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Strike 3 called as he drops in a beauty there, and that's the first out of the afternoon.
Batting second, left fielder.
Stepping in, Juan Lagares. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summersgill.
Well, I think Summersgill is pretty well liked as an umpire, but if he gets any gruff, it seems like it's often coming from right-handed batters on pitches they don't think they can reach. I'm curious if we'll see any of that in this one.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that's through for a hit. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
Batting third.
Yoenis Cespedes will stride forward, currently sitting in 6th place in the race for the National League hitting crown. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike one.
Well, you saw it right there. He's got a good fastball, and he's going to use it. When you throw in the mid-90s consistently, you have to use that weapon.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Chopped weakly to the left. Throw goes to third, and a good decision on the throw as he is meat at third base.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough proposition on this play. Trying to go to third on this ball, and that's a heads-up play on the mound there of realizing where the runner is and then nailing him at third.
Here's Lucas Duda now, as he'll take a look at ball one. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, not cheated on that one. It's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Mets strand 1. It's the Mets 0. Phillies coming to bat. A moment now to check out the hometown Phils starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Well, if you're on the mound, you better be careful with Michael Franco. He's a catalyst for this offense when his bat is hot. Just needs to keep having good at-bats.
Matt Harvey is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Mets. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, nothing to really get excited about in his last outing. Only threw into the 3rd inning. Because of that, he was saddled with the loss. Hopefully he can turn things around and pitch better here.
This one's flared out toward left. Coming in is Lagares. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Left fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Striding into the box, Odubel Herrera, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Harvey gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1. These Mets, EK, as they take the field here today, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, and you look back to that last game, you'll take production like that anytime you can get it. It makes a starter's life easier. Heck, it makes your whole staff breathe easier.
Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
That got in his kitchen big time right there.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Michael Franco is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit to third. Right has it. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. We'll move to inning number. Michael Conforto makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Michael Conforto.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
And he's probably not going to throw too many first pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
And he falls behind 0-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
That's just good pitching there. They establish the off-speed pitch for strike 1 and come back with 2 heaters to sit him down.
Neil Walker.
Here's Neil Walker. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. Hit out towards second. To his right, Hernandez in time to first, and there are 2 away.
Batting 7th, shortstop,
Jose Reyes into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Line to the right side. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
A pretty good swing there. You'll watch. Head stays down, ball gets deep in the zone, and he lets those hands lead the way, and he drives it to right field. That's as good an approach as you're going to see.
Stepping in now, Kevin Plawecki pitches high, the throw, and he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. 1 hit's all they get. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied 0-0. Tommy Joseph strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with 1 swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Harvey sets his sights. Here comes the first pitch. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Swing and a miss. Little too anxious there. 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
And he's tracking that all the way across the plate, but that had too much sweep to it for him to think of swinging.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Now this one sets up a big pitch, because you don't want to lose that leadoff guy in a scoreless ball game.
Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And the first baseman can't get there. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Jorge Alfaro will get his first cuts here.
Alfaro.
Here's the first pitch to him. Couldn't quite pull that swing back. He went around for strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Ready now with the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Jimmy Paredes gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one.
Yeah, he started to go up the ladder there, but then he realized in time that he wasn't going to get there.
Who pulled the string and had him way out in front. A ball and a strike. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he punts the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Yeah, and in a good hitter's park like this one, it's going to be even more important than usual to keep that fastball down. That's right where he's got to be living.
And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. And he's pretty lucky that one didn't get him because he would have taken his head off.
Into the seats, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Now third base coach Juan Samuel's going to wave him in. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Well, that's a nice job here of cashing in with 2 outs. You could see they were shaded to pull, but he slices this ball the other way. Forces the outfielder to have to cover some ground fielding this thing, and as a result, that runner is going to come all the way around to score from first.
Standing in now, Edwin Escobar, as this is popped foul behind the plate at strike 1. Hot shot on the ground is short. Reyes is up with it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. The city's founder, William Penn, seen there at Top City Hall here in Philadelphia, as we welcome you back to Baseball on the Show. Kevin Plawecki is into the box as we are all set to begin the third. He's set. Here it comes. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
Smoked on the ground left side. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Batting ninth, the pitcher number 33, Matt Harvey.
Matt Harvey stands in for the first time. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
You can tell here, in his mind, he's thinking, quick inning. He's not even trying to set guys up. He's coming right after him.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Here it comes, 0-2. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes, so it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
And sometimes up there you just get completely fooled. I mean, I think he changed his mind about swinging at this pitch about 3 different times while it was on its way to the plate. I'm going to swing. No, I'm going to take it. Oh, well, I better try to at least foul it off. And in the end, he got nothing.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0.
And that's where, if I'm pitching, I just pour a fastball in there. You got to figure he'd be taking to give his pitcher a second or two to get himself together over in the dugout.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Back to the mound and off his leg. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first, and that'll put an end to the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Quinn digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Leading off for the Phillies, center fielder, number 4.
Harvey's ready. Here's the first pitch. Too high, 1-0.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him at 96. It's a ball and a strike.
And even though that is a strike, man, that thing is coming in so hard, it's almost impossible to get a level swing on. You're better off taking it and waiting for something you can handle a little better.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3. And the count will be full. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
Yeah, not what you want to do here in this hostile ballpark. Walk the leadoff guy who just happens to be a threat to go every time he's on first. Tough way to start things out.
Cesar Hernandez will try it again. He flied out to start the home first.
Not really a good at-bat there. Forget getting out, but he didn't see any pitches as well.
Looking to bunt here, but he can't connect, and that's the first strike.
And they did have the bunt on right there, so now 0-1. You wonder if they're going to do it again.
Runners off for second. Pitch inside. The throw not in time as he steals second.
Well, when you're struggling as a ball club, this is when you got to force the issue a little bit. And that can mean being aggressive on the bases. And now he's into second here on the stolen base.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Lagares has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. Into the box, Odubel Herrera. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. That evens it up, 1-1. One out and a runner on second base. The pitch, a fastball off his glove, and it bounds away. And now a run comes across.
Well, that's just a real letdown out there. Once this ball gets away, you figure, all right, he's going to move up to third. But then they lose track of what's going on back there, and he winds up coming all the way around to score.
And the pitch on 2-1. Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Boy, and in the first 2 games of this series, he's already struck out a total of 4 times now. You get to where you just hate taking that walk back to the dugout. I'll tell you, it's a very frustrating feeling.
Into the box now, Michael Franco. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Walker has it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So they scratch across a run on no hits, no errors, and no one left on.
Leading off for the Mets.
Leading off the inning, Juan Lagares, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, center fielder, Yoenis Cespedes.
Yoenis Cespedes steps in for his second at-bat. A fielder's choice his first time around. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
Well, this guy has thrown a first pitch strike to about 50% of the batters he's faced. He's pitching well, but those numbers could be pumped up a little bit.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. A pause and the 0-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are two away now.
First baseman number 21, Lucas Duda.
Lucas Duda is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to.
And the shortstop is under it to make the play, retiring the side. Mets go down 1-2-3. They're still down. It's 2-0. Tommy Joseph is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Harvey steps into his windup. First pitch on the way. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike one. Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Reyes scoops it up. Throw by Reyes is right there for the first down.
Now batting, catcher
Jorge Alfaro comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
Yeah, and they fanned him on a fastball last time, so let's see if they come at him with the hard stuff again.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one. 2 runs on 2 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike one. Up high, 2-1 now. Swinging a high pop-up straight back, though it looks as though he'll have room back there. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Now batting, right fielder
Jimmy Paredes strides in after getting a base hit and later scoring the first time around. Hit hard up the middle, and the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Well, he'd had some high-stress innings here so far. It was looking like he turned a corner and was on his way to a much-needed 1-2-3, but he's going to have to get in the stretch here after all.
First delivery to him on the way. J.P. Crawford checks his swing here on the first pitch, and it's 1-0. A runner on first with 2 away. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. On the ground up the middle. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Yeah, sometimes after 2 outs, you can let your guard down out there on the mound. But all of a sudden, back-to-back hits have given him a bit of a wake-up call here.
Edwin Escobar will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Now both runners are breaking. Turned on down the line. Has to be thinking strikeout here. 0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now. And that misses 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
And he really needs to find a pitch to finish this guy off right here. You can't afford to walk this guy and let this rally get any more steam behind it than it already has.
And he misses here, ball 4. And somehow he manages to walk his opposite number. Wow.
Now there are two ways you can go here as a pitching coach. So he's got to make a judgment call out there. He knows what buttons to press with each of his pitchers. Some guys you've got to reassure and be very positive with. Other guys, they respond better when you go out and challenge them. Really got to read them the riot act.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Ready with the 0-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Phillies leave them loaded, but they're on top 2-0. Leading off the inning, Michael Conforto. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Sliced hard on the ground. And it's through for a base hit. They'll have the leadoff man aboard to start the inning.
Now batting,
Neil Walker stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
First pitch of the at-bat. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Quinn will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. So a runner at first with one man gone, and stepping in is the shortstop, Jose Reyes. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Herrera's there, and he makes the catch for the second out. Settling in now, Kevin Plawecki. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Now a snap throw to first, and the runner back easily. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Hit hard to short. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. Matt Harvey digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Yeah, 1 pitch away now from getting through 5 shutout innings. And I'll tell you what, the way he's throwing, this could turn out to be a night off for the bullpen.
Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 2 left for the Mets. They trail things here 2-0. Cesar Hernandez will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Just got a piece up the line. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
And for a first baseman, if the most direct route is to just tag the guy, that's what you do. There's no sense in trying to throw it to your pitcher or your second baseman covering, especially if you don't have to.
Odubel Herrera will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
Into the windup and the pitch. Maikel Franco is at the plate, and he checks his swing for ball 1.
That's the pitch that's so hard to lay off. It looks pretty good coming in, but he breaks off his swing just in time.
And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And he reaches for one but can't find it as he's down on strikes for the final out. Former cover boy David Wright leads things off when we come back. David Wright will stand in to start things off as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just 1 hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Lays off 1-0. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is 1 big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game because right now they just seem out of it.
Belted high and deep into right center. Paredes going back on it. Now a leaping effort at the wall, but he comes up empty. This one is gone. Home run. And that, folks, is his first home run in the big leagues. It's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. I remember mine. I hit it in my first at-bat of the 1992 season against the San Diego Padres. It's hard to describe exactly what you feel as you round the bases, but as you can imagine, it's pretty awesome. Hopefully he can get that ball back soon so it can go in his trophy room. You can tell he was making a concerted effort to keep the ball down against this guy, but you just can't keep it down forever, and he finally got a pitch he could handle.
Now batting.
Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. Now some movement out in the Phillies bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen. Here's Juan Lagares as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And he gets a hold of this one again to deep right field. Paredes racing back, and a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And the Mets have come back to tie this one at 2.
Wow, they've definitely gotten after it here to start this inning. That's back-to-back home runs now to the first 2 hitters. On the mound, he's got to be saying, you got to be kidding me.
Now batting, the center fielder, Yoenis Cespedes.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. So after the strong 5 innings, things have not come as easily for him here in inning number 6.
Well, this is kind of the MO of this lineup. They have a way of just wearing you down. And they're starting to get in.
Meanwhile, this ball is into right center, and that ought to be good enough for extra bases. Cespedes will turn for second. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
And things are starting to change for the worse out there. Now, this is a guy who hadn't given up a run until earlier this inning. And now all of a sudden, he's having a hard time getting anybody out. Looks to me like he's hit the wall out there.
Lucas Duda will dig in now. He's struck out and lined out in his first 2 at-bats.
Yeah, he hit that ball pretty hard on the line out. He just couldn't get it to fall for him.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
And here's his fastball for a called strike 1, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. No one out with a runner at second. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. A throw behind the runner at second, and the runner will get back standing. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that's a much-needed first out there. Michael Conforto will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. Here comes the Philly skipper on his way out toward the mound, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. He departs in a tie ball game, but is responsible for that runner at second, so the best he can hope for is a no decision here. Brett Oberholzer will be the new pitcher.
Number 34, Brett Oberholzer.
Now a pickoff play at second, but the runner's back easily.
Just checking.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. In the dirt here. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Well, yeah, this is going to be a pitch in the dirt. And as a runner, It's hard sometimes to tell whether you should advance or not, but I think the catcher just lost sight of this thing just for a moment, and as soon as he reads that at second base, he's off for third.
Oberholzer pauses, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. Franco onto the grass, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Wow, that's not the at-bat you want right there with a runner on third and 1 out. He's trying to get something up in the air, but this won't be nearly deep enough to think about scoring that run. That's a wasted at-bat.
Here's Neil Walker. Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run to the bottom of the 6th inning. And we are tied 2-2. Tommy Joseph will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips.
Tommy Joseph.
Grounded down the 3rd baseline. Throw by right is in time for out number 1.
Up next for
That slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt, as you take a look there at what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Jorge Alfaro will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Well, that's a huge difference between being 0-2 and 1-1 as a hitter, especially against a guy like this on the mound. So that's a good job to hold up on that pitch.
And the catch out there made by Wright for out number 2.
the batter, right fielder, Jimmy Paredes.
Digging in now, Jimmy Paredes, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And now he's hitting left-handed where he's a lot more comfortable over his career. He tends to make better contact from the left side, so I think he's happy to be over there.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Well, he's thrown a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters he's faced, so that's a pretty good percentage because we're into the middle innings right now.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. 6 innings complete. Jose Reyes will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
You know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
Oberholzer gets the sign. Here it comes. In there at the knees, strike 1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen? He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
In now, Kevin Plawecki. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out.
And this is right where they wanted this thing. You see it on show track there? They wanted to take him up around the letters hoping for the pop-up, and that's exactly what they got.
James Loney will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
James Loney.
First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0. Line drive to center field, and that'll get down for a 2-out single. David Wright will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. Michael Marriott will take over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
31, Michael Marriott.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
Whoa, there's that calling card right there. First pitch up and in right out of the bullpen. Wake up, everybody.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
Yeah, he came right back in there with the fastball. Even a little tighter that time. That's what you have to do against a guy like this.
A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. Mets leave 1. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Hansel Robles will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Hansel Robles.
Now in the box, J.P. Crawford. He singled his last time up. Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. Trying to lay one down here, but he misses strike 1. Right side hit hard. And Walker's throw is right there for route number 1.
Up next for Philadelphia, catcher Michael Marriott.
Darren Ruff will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 18, Darren Ruff.
Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. A solo home run off the bat of Darren Ruff as the Phillies move out in front 3-2.
I tell you, that's the perfect storm there. A power pitcher on the mound throwing a hard fastball to a power hitter at the plate. He takes a big swing and squares it perfectly. I mean, that's as long a home run as you're going to see.
Sean Gilmartin will get the call now as he'll try to get the final 2 outs and send this one along into the 8th. Into the box, Quinn. Now a bunt attempt here. But this is foul for the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now.
One thing you've got to be aware of as a hitter is he's going to give you a bit of a variety up there. He's got 5 pitches, and he's going to use all of them.
1 out, nobody on. And tough fastball to lay off on 1 and 2, but he did, and it's 2 and 2 now.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2.
And here this is one more time on show track. You can see it. He checked his swing there, and I think he did so in time, but you can clearly see that that pitch is in the strike zone, and I think ultimately that was a called 3rd strike.
Stepping in now, Cesar Hernandez. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Conforto moving to his left. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Phillies get 1 in the frame courtesy of this solo home run. We'll march on to the 8th, and Philadelphia's taken a 3-2 lead. Hector Neris will be summoned from the bullpen now, so he'll take over to start inning number 8. Leading off the inning, Juan Lagares, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
Now he'll step off and rethink this. Down the third baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Yeah, in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, it's always important to get that first out. Put that offense on their back heels.
Yoenis Cespedes will dig in. He doubled his last time.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon. Around first, on his way to second now, and he is in there.
Not a bad pitch that time. You'll get another look at it here. He just goes down and hooks it right down the line. As a pitcher, not much you can do about that one.
Your attention, please.
So a call to the bullpen now, and they'll make a move for the left-hander here.
Elvis Arrojo.
Spin and a throw back to second. Back in standing. Here's Lucas Duda now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
And in this spot, you got to pitch for the strikeout here. And this is a guy that's gone down twice so far, so you do have that in your favor.
Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike.
And I think they'd stay out there again, maybe for the rest of the at-bat.
And here's a ball hit in the air, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. trying to hold the lead. Here's a ball skied in the air near the line, back behind first. Joseph will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out number 2.
The right fielder, number 30.
So striding in, Michael Conforto, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. From the stretch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Runners left in scoring position, one of the big keys to this ball game so far. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now. Do you even bother with anything else here?
No, I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
Here's the 0-2. He struck him out, and the tying run will be left stranded at second base. Fine work there from the Philadelphia pen. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Phillies lead it 3-2. Henry Mejia is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Henry Mejia.
Odubel Herrera stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Flipped out the other way towards short. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
You kind of wonder why guys would pitch to him in this situation. You know someone wants to end this streak, but he just finds a way to get another hit.
Maikel Franco will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far. Looks like a left-hander has begun to get loose out in that Mets bullpen. Flying toward right center. And a dive, but he comes up empty, and this is big trouble now out in right center. And they've got the runner trapped in a hot box between second and third now. And it's in time as he's out at third as the good relay gets him.
On the money. Oh, and that's a nice job there in center field to come up throwing. And you see him square his body up to the target, and he puts this throw right on the money to get his man trying to take third.
Tommy Joseph will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all or nothing type hitters. But hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
Looking to keep this a one-run game, and he couldn't hold back that time. They say he went around at strike 1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
2 good pitches so far, both of them right at the knees, and you got to start thinking center of the diamond here. Shorten up a little bit. You've got to put something in play.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
Yeah, trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside, though.
Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2.
Well, it's been a long afternoon for this guy. A couple of strikeouts to go along with that 0 for 4, but you know there's going to be better days ahead for this guy because he can play.
Jorge Alfaro will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he can make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
And ball 4 now as he'll take first on the intentional walk.
Now batting, right fielder
Jimmy Paredes steps in for a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th.
Yeah, this is a huge moment in this ball game, Matt. I mean, you might be looking at this at-bat when it's all over as one of the turning points in this game.
Pulled toward right center field. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Phillies leave a couple, but they still lead it 3-2. Kicking off the top of the ninth, Neil Walker, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Genmar Gomez is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Genmar Gomez.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. In for a strike, it's 1-1. One pitch is a sinker taken for a strike, 1-2.
Yeah, that's just the same pitch 3 times in a row. I guess he figures, why mess with success when you get it to 1-2?
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Very weakly on the ground. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Shortstop number 7, Jose Reyes.
Jose Reyes ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike 1. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Ooh, he saws him off with that one.
That ball was so deep in his kitchen, that was the only thing he could do was foul it off, break his bat, and hope to get a better pitch on the next one.
1-2, here it comes. Lifted in the air to center field. Quinn is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Alejandro De Aza will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 16, Alejandro De Aza.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard, and oh, this is off the second base bag. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And if your mind wanders toward what's left on the bench, there you get a look at what the Mets have remaining to choose from. Wilmer Flores will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Wilmer Flores.
De Aza runs. Pitch inside, the throw. It's on the bag, and he is out trying to take second, and this ball game is over.
And a good job here to come in and finish this one off. And in doing so, he's going to pick up his first save of the year.
this one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. An entertaining game all in all, so if we have to choose one who stood out among all others, why not go with this man right here? He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he only had one hit, but he definitely made it count. A big home run that turned out to be the decisive blow in the ballgame.
So that'll just about do it for Eric Karros.